Hi there, Sensei Victoria Whitfield here from victoriawhitfield.com for your weekly love letter. As always, I was channeling this week, asking the energy, what do we need to know? And I received an image for everyone that I would like to convey this week as a mindset that will help you to create calm wherever you are. The image that the energy showed me was the eye of a hurricane. So, yes, there's the saying, being calm in the midst of the storm or being the eye of the storm. But I would really like to share more of what Spirit is trying to tell us with this saying, especially now when we need it most. Things are so crazy at work. Things are intense at home. It's just that time of year where there's a lot of intense energy spinning around us. But the thing about a hurricane is that it is organized chaos. It's as if nature, she has harnessed all the energy into one organized organism. And because of that, together, the hurricane is a combination of hundreds of thunderstorms, just in case you didn't know. With that combined power of all that coming together, so much more water can be released, so much more energy can be rebalanced from the Earth's perspective. From our perspective, so much more damage can be done, but there's always two sides to the coin. A hurricane may be just what a place needs in order to balance the energy of the area. Or could you imagine that much water coming to a place that has been in great drought? A blessing. What a blessing that would be. So, creating calm wherever you are. So what I want you to do is really feel the energy of the hurricane for a little bit. Take a look at this image of a hurricane and focus on the eye. So, there's a spin to it. The white clouds that you see expand out for miles, hundreds of miles on either side. There's so much energy. But the eye is so clear, even though there's hundreds of miles, tons and metric tons of water and energy flowing all around. The eye is clear. First thing that I want to tell you, I'm getting from the energy about this, is focus. Focus. If you're feeling exhausted, stressed, overwhelmed, it's just a matter of focus. One of the great ways that you can cultivate focus, by the way, is through regular meditation, which we do here at the dojo every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Or you could click on any one of my YouTubes. There's plenty of meditations there. Check me out. Just put in Sensei Victoria Whitfield in YouTube and you'll get plenty of stuff. So the first thing that the nature energy of the hurricane is trying to show us is focus. But there's more to this image, and I want to go more into the mechanics of the hurricane as our teacher for creating calm wherever we go. And that is the nature of the eye. So, basically understood, the eye of the hurricane is supposed to be calm. Like if you were standing in a hurricane and you're going through wall after wall of rain, just squall lines and thunderstorms, deluges of water, and then all of a sudden, a strange silence, and how you can see all the way up to blue sky in the middle. How does that happen? So I want to show you another image. I'm just going to explain it a little bit before you see it though, and this is a diagram of a hurricane. So there are lines like rings of thunderstorms that are swirling around this central eye. And in the thunderstorms, there's rising energy. There's this intense, wet, hot, humid energy in water rising up and being all very chaotic and intense and being tossed around. But for the eye, there are two main things that make it special and help to organize the chaos. One is the wall. There's an eye wall, a defined wall of clouds that shield the second part, which is descending air. So whereas all around it, the chaos and intensity is hot, rising water, right? In the center of a hurricane is dry, falling air, surrounded by a clearly defined wall. Check it out in this image. So, as you can see, there's that clearly defined wall and there's this descending air. That's where our spiritual lesson comes from. How can you create calm wherever you're going? It's by having clearly defined limits where you end, you and your sense of calm, and where all the energy and chaos of your entire life, all the interruptions, the responsibilities, the different roles you identify with, that's where all of that begins. But that's beyond this clearly defined eye wall or shield, to speak more in New Age terms, psychic shielding, or in psychological terms, boundaries, although you got to be careful about the word boundaries. I'm going to replace that with something in a minute. Clearly defined, in which you are, and that's your sacred space. That's your sacred space. No matter how intense the office becomes, no matter how crazy your kids want to be at home, somebody poked someone in the eye and then spilled the SpaghettiOs and everything, right? That is outside of the wall, because you're being the calm in the middle of the storm. Also noticing that it's directional, down, grounding, right? So if you are in a constant state of grounding, you can create this sense of a vortex of energy around you, where you are the center and all things revolve around you, rather than everything else you have to kind of shape yourself to be part of, right? Learning from the eye of the storm. So, first thing I want to show you about that, though, is a little technique called the calm down breath. And this takes on another meaning. I've been teaching this for years here at the dojo. But the calm down breath is something very simple that can really shift your energy from being outside the eye wall and being one of those crazy storms tossing around energy, or bringing you back to center into the calm space that you carry with you, that you create with you wherever you go. So, the way that you do that, I always tend to start with an external trigger to help me remember to practice this technique. My external trigger, if you want to adopt it, is the time. Especially when I used to work in an office, I used to look at the time, and as I was raising my vibration, it would always be some sort of like a palindrome or a repeating number, like 9:39 or 3:33 or 11:11. So whenever I would see the time and it was special in that way, oh, that's my reminder. Do the calm down breath, as I was learning over the years to cultivate it and create my own calm space, right? So the boundary, the eye wall, is time. That's your trigger. That's your safe space. Okay, stay with me. And then the way that you do the calm down breath is usually in fives. Why? Because 5 in numerology represents change. If you want to change your situation, do something 5 times. Or evoke the number 5. We're going to do the calm down breath 5 times right now. The way you do it is imagine there is an open space in the crown of your head where you inhale rather than your nose. You inhale down through that as if you were a tube, and then your feet and also your groin are the bottom half of the tube. So you exhale down and out into the ground. So inhale, calm, first one. Exhale down. In through the top and out through the bottom. Inhale, calm. Exhale down. And as you do it, just allow your shoulders to drop. Inhale, calm. Exhale down. Really allowing all that stress to dump out of you into the earth. Inhale, calm. Exhale down. And one more. Inhaling the word, intention, and thought, calm. Exhaling down. And sinking into that. Do you notice how you're more in your body? That's called being centered. More in tune with how you feel. Oh, I noticed the side of my neck hurt while I was doing that. Oh, I didn't even know. Another thing. Do you notice that you feel more relaxed? Maybe like you want to yawn, or even heavier slightly? That's being grounded. Both of those feelings are extremely healing feelings, and they're essential to maintaining that I space, calm, descending energy. So remembering to do that throughout the day. And now I'm hearing this week's oracle card calling to us. It came from Healing with the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. Beautiful deck, 1 of 10 here at the dojo that you can pull. And the one that came out is, I'm just so grateful that the energy sent this card in particular, because there's a lot of talk about boundaries. And boundaries, the word, and it has a very negative, like, don't talk to me kind of energy to it. And that's not what I would like to inspire in you. The eye wall doesn't mean that you can't interact with other people. No, it's more of like a glass eye wall. I see you out there, but your crap isn't getting in here. So the word, rather than personal boundaries, because you could do a Google search on that and learn all kinds of really helpful stuff, but at the same time it's always like a shutting people out kind of energy. The word to replace that instead of personal boundaries is personal standards. And interestingly enough, the fairies sent the card, raising your standards. So, absolutely gorgeous card. Oh my God, the colors. And I appreciate that her wings are spread wide. Wings represent confidence and allowing yourself space, allowing your energy space in life. As well as there's a knot, a pink knot tied over her heart. And what I'm hearing in the energy to say about that aspect of this image is that your heart is not locked away, but It's protected. There's a sense of protection. Not to say that your heart is in knots or your stomach is in knots or something like that, but moreover, that there's a sense of being held, an intentional holding of the space of your heart. And I'll read the reading to you. Don't settle for less than your dreams. Once you make the commitment to manifest an improved situation, the universe will find a way to deliver it to you. Deep down, you know what type of life you're meant to live. And by drawing this card, you're being reminded that you deserve and can manifest any situation you wish. I just want to pause right there. As I was reading that to you, very high-pitched tone in my right ear. Whenever that happens, that means the angels are agreeing and saying, we're here, we're agreeing with what's going on right now, so just making their presence known. So take that as a confirmation. The fairies ask you to stop making negative affirmations based on scarcity thinking, such as, I can't afford this, or I could never accomplish that. Instead, they ask you to raise your standards to the level that all children of God desire and deserve. Write down a list of your heart's true desires and review this list daily with a feeling of faith and gratitude, emotions that convert your wishes into reality. Then make a spiritual commitment to expect the best for yourself. This commitment is your sales order that creates miracles in your life. As your dreams start to come true, be sure to graciously accept good into your life. Know that you deserve life's richest rewards. And we all do. So the affirmation is, I deserve and expect the best in life. I hold high standards for myself. So the reason why that reading came through with this card is that is the eye wall of your hurricane, right? Not boundaries that push people away, but instead very clearly defined standards that you live by. That you live by. This has nothing to do with anyone other than you. If you feel like you're being taken advantage of by your job, by your family, by your loved ones, by anybody, it's because there's a standard that you are not living by for yourself. You have to get real with yourself and say, what am I doing to create this situation? Right? In that example from before with the calm down breath, the standard to live by is saying, I am going to practice centering myself so that anytime I see one of those times that look interesting to me, because I see them throughout the day, so I'm always looking at the clock, I'm going to do something to bring me back to center. That's a standard that I live by, and I would encourage you to adopt for yourself. How can you raise your standards to create that wonderful shield that organizes all the energy in your life around a calm, centered you? And what have you been tolerating? You know, there's the other side of the coin. What have you been tolerating or lowering yourself? Is there someone that you feel less important than? Or something that is more important than your health, your happiness, your well-being? Send me an email back with what comes up for you. Okay? I'm really interested to see also, what standards do you think you're going to raise? Is it, I'm going to have my green drink every day? Or I'm going to read 1 page a day in the book that I have been dying to read for like the longest time? Or if you're like me, 1 page a day in the 8 books that are on my nightstand. Because you just can't read one at a time, right? Right? Or I'm going to go to meditation. I'm going to get my Reiki. I'm going to have it regularly because I want to raise the standard on my life. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm going to do something about it. What's yours? comment below or send me an email back. I'm excited to hear. All right? I'm sending you all my love. I think of you often, and I'm sending you healing energy. I hope you can feel it. All right? And I'll see you soon. Mwah! Bye!